guys want to win a $50 Amazon gift card? All you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe to enter our giveaway. Money does not grow on trees, but for the former UFC featherweight and lightweight champion Conor McGregor, having the freedom to flaunt his seemingly endless wealth is something he takes quite the advantage of at every opportunity. Cars, houses, watches, extravagant items of clothing, McGregor just doesn't hold back when it comes to making a statement about his net worth. With all that in mind, I'm D-Wicked from Watch MMA, and let's take a look at 10 stupidly expensive things that Conor McGregor owns. Number 10, a custom-made FU pinstripe suit. Our first entry on the list comes in the form of a memorable pinstripe suit McGregor wore during his media tour with Floyd Mayweather back in 2017. Adorned with pinstripes that spelled out a personalized message for his haters, this David August suit caught the eye of the mainstream world ahead of what would later become one of the biggest selling sports events of all time. Costing a cool $6,500, this three-piece became instantly iconic and birthed a string of spin-off outfits, some of which Conor actually sold under his August McGregor line. Whether the fight between Mayweather and McGregor lived up to your expectations or not, the buzz surrounding the night's promotion has carved out a special, in some ways bizarre place in the combat sports history.
And then occasionally I do a little bit of boxing here and there. Somebody's O has got to go.
Number 9, a Gucci mink fur coat. Another instantly recognizable piece from the Maymac World Tour, this Gucci mink fur coat made an appearance at the duo's Stop Off in New York, a fiery media event that was perhaps the most heated of all the interactions. Conor really stepped things up in terms of fashion for their trip to the Big Apple, appearing in a $30,000 custom-made fur coat while relentlessly shouting insults at his opponent. A lot of money for one piece of clothing indeed, but a drop in the ocean compared to the reported $100 million payday he took home for his efforts over 10 rounds when the fight took place.
Hey Weasel, tell those Showtime to turn the air conditioning up. The Champ's rocking polar bear tonight.
Number 8, Audemars Piguet's diamond-encrusted Royal Oak offshore chronograph. Jesus Christ, now we're delving into the interesting territory. The first item on this list to cross the $100,000 barrier comes in the form of, I think, Audemars Piguet's? Is it obvious I don't make this much money? Diamond-encrusted Royal Oak offshore chronograph, a watch that isn't even the most extravagant in McGregor's collection. Coming in with a price tag of around $105,000, this trinket is worth more than a lot of people make in a year, and yet it stands as just one of many for the notorious one. A single entry in a collection of watches worth more than $1 million total dollars. Number 7, a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. The first car on our list comes in the form of the classy but powerful Mercedes-Benz S-Class that is featured in many of Conor's Instagram stories over the years. A preferred vehicle for his day-to-day usage, the S-Class is a luxury 4-seat sedan that the Irishman spent close to 150 damn bones in acquiring. Though Conor certainly owns a number of faster and more luxurious cars, this one in particular is regarded as a special treat and is ranked as the world's best luxury car. With a slick interior and a respectable dose of power behind it, we would guess that this is the ideal comfort car within the former two-weight world champions collection. Number 6, McLaren 650S. Up next is a car that represents a huge jump in price, but also comes at the first legitimate supercar on this list. The McLaren 650S is a supercar in every sense of the phrase, offering a V8 engine and 600 brake horsepower along with an eye-catching orange paint job. Conor named this car the Hamilton, a suitably luxurious name for his incredibly fast and powerful vehicle, but those who have followed the Irishman's ups and downs in recent years might recognize this car as the one he was driving when he stopped by the police for a speeding ticket back in 2017.
Yeah. I have a few cars. It's in the bin. Definitely. Come here, good look at the kid, man. We only had those there last year, little babas. It's bad.
When you consider that the car does a 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds and has a top speed of over 200 miles per hour, it's easy to see why the Dubliner got a bit carried away on this one.
I've seen that beer, I've seen the McLaren. Big up!
Number 5, a Lamborghini Huracan. Conor McGregor has never been one to hide his love for Lambos. And while there are 2 others to be found in his vast collection, it's his custom-made Lamborghini Huracan that stands as the most impressive of the lot, and also the hardest to say for a simpleton. According to the man himself, this model, in its striking green finish, is one of a kind. A car that he mainly reserves for use around his home country of Ireland. Costing close to $285,000 and boasting a top speed of 202 miles per hour, who can blame the man for shelling out on such a lavish vehicle? It has the look, the name brand behind it, and the power beneath the hood to back it all up. If you're a fan of supercars, it's hard to resist the clean, elegant Lamborghini look, and as a major fan of the company, Conor is probably thrilled to get his hands on this one. Number 4, a custom Rolls-Royce Ghost. As perhaps the most eye-catching item on this entire list, Conor's custom-made Rolls-Royce Ghost would be a pretty comfortable addition to his collection no matter what the paint job looked like. However, when you factor in that the car was adorned with the face of its owner and the words "Notorious" in bold white letters, it's easy to see why it's coming in 4th place. Given to McGregor as a gift from Rolls-Royce during his initial rise through the UFC, it's hard to give an actual estimate on the price of this vehicle, given how completely and utterly unique it is, but based on the model itself, chances are this Rolls-Royce Ghost would have cost Conor upwards of $400,000 had he not added it to his collection free of charge. As one of the 3 Rolls-Royces he owns, there's no doubt over which one deserves the mention here. Number 3, a Jacob & Co. Astronomy, a gambler. Are we even surprised that Conor McGregor owns a watch that costs more than $500,000? Well, he does. And while that may seem ridiculous to most of us, Conor has always placed a heavy emphasis on his watch collection over the years. This piece by Jacob & Co. is an extraordinarily beautiful watch, one that contains $18,000 rose gold as well as a sapphire apertures on all sides. Built with a casino-themed flair, listings have this model priced as high as $680,000, making it more expensive even than any car featured on this list. Is it a bit overkill? Yeah, maybe, but if you got it, flaunt it, I guess. Number 2, a mansion in Marbella, Spain. I'm so uncultured. If you made it this far on our list, it'll come as no surprise that McGregor and his family have a luxurious holiday home in the beautiful country in Spain, for those times when the somewhat patchy Dublin weather just won't cut it. In 2018, just prior to returning to UFC to fight Khabib, Conor splashed out on this $1.7 million villa, complete with a home gym, swimming pool, and LED light-laden driveway, with window views that rival any on the planet and just a short walk away from the esteemed La Resina Country Club and golf course. It's not hard to see why McGregor chose to invest in this incredibly classy home away from home.
Hello everybody, my name is the notorious Conor McGregor, and today I'm going to take you on a tour of the Mac Mansion.
And number 1, a home in, oh here we go, Kildare, Ireland? Kildare? Kildare sounds better for Conor McGregor, so we're gonna say Kildare. As we all know, there's no place quite like home, and while he has the freedom and the money to pretty much call any place home, Conor has always had a strong connection to his home country of Ireland. So with that in mind, he shelled out over $2 million on a massive house just outside of his Irish capital of Dublin. When you're as famous as McGregor, peace and privacy go a long way, and with the views that take in the breath of the River Liffey, this house was seemingly intended as a place for Conor and his girlfriend Dee to raise their family. Sure, it cost him a pretty penny, but all in all, McGregor's HQ, or the Paddocks as it's known, is a beautiful acquisition for the mixed martial artist, one that comes with vast space, land, and even some stables, if any horses make their way in Conor's collection one day. And those are 10 stupidly expensive things that Conor McGregor owns. What are your thoughts? Listen on the comments down below. To like the video, subscribe to the channel, notifications, that bell.
And then occasionally I do a little bit of boxing here and there. Somebody's O has got to go.
Hey, Weasel, tell those Showtime to turn the air conditioning up. The Champs rocking polar bear tonight.
seen the baby. Definitely. You seen them? Come here, good look at the kid, man. We only had daughters there last year, little babas. It's hot.